Coming up on this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, Hall of Fame inductees and 20 years of state titles. All this and more coming up next. Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. I'm your host, Riley Sanko. For as long as we have known, it has been a tradition that Neuqua Valley holds a spring fling. But this year, things are changing. Avery looks into why.
As many of you have heard, Spring Fling is canceled for this year.
Spring Fling is canceled because we have a lack of attendance and a lack of funds.
Spring Fling was decided to be canceled probably during the summer. We came into the year knowing that we wouldn't have it, and it's really been all year that we've been trying to find an event that could possibly replace it.
Throughout the student council meetings, they have decided to replace Spring Fling with something new for the upcoming years.
Next year, we are planning something called NV Olympics that is still in the process of planning, but hopefully should be prepared, ready for next year.
This topic has caused controversy, resulting in negative feedback and petitions. But student council is keeping their hopes up and wishes the same from students.
We just want everyone to be positive about the situation and look forward to what is to come next year.
Stay positive, Wildcats, and start training for the upcoming NV Olympics. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Avery Champion.
There have been many state-winning teams in the 20 years Neuqua has been here. Kyle has more details.
Neuqua has accomplished a lot throughout the 20 years it's been here. Many do not realize how impressive it really is.
Well, today we have 38 state trophies, and I know we have a 39th one in our speech, so overall for our school we have 39. Well, so far we have 10 state championships. So the state championships that we have so far, we have one in boys soccer. That was our very first team state championship. Then we have girls soccer, we have baseball, boys cross country with 2, swimming, dance, and badminton. And when you win a state trophy or a state championship, one, you have to consider your team very fortunate because one, there's a lot of skilled athletes that come to these state tournaments, and coaches and kids put a lot of work into the state tournament. So you have to consider yourself very fortunate, and there's a lot of luck involved in there too. I mean, you have to be very competitive and good at what you're doing, but there's some luck. So all of them have been great accomplishments. I think that our coaches and our athletes really dedicate themselves. Once they're in the program, they set their goals to what they want to achieve, and they want to achieve excellence. And for them, that's that state championship or getting to that podium. We've been really fortunate since we opened the doors for the success of the athletic program. There have been some schools in the area that may never have ever got a state trophy, and their school might have been open for 40 years. So in 20 years, for us to get 10 state championships and 38 trophies, IHSA state trophies, it's pretty amazing.
Continue to strive for excellence, Wildcats. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Kyle Ferson.
Many students look to use creatine to get that competitive edge. Aaron looks into the rise of creatine in student athletes.
There's been a rise in a new exercise supplement in the buys of Neuqua Valley students. I sat down with Mr. Ricca and a couple of students to get the details.
Creatine is a naturally found acid in the body. It's also mostly in meat and fish naturally. And what creatine does is as the muscles are being utilized, go back to your biology class, Krebs cycle, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, it loses that phosphate, the muscle does. And trying to gain it back, creatine helps accelerate how fast that ATP is restored.
Many students are unaware of what creatine can do for them.
Creatine is not found to have any benefit to endurance whatsoever, but is shown in some people to have benefit for lifting purposes. If your body doesn't make enough creatine, or if you don't get enough from your diet, from your fish, from your meat, then yeah, a creatine supplement would be able to help that person out.
I sat down with a couple of students to get their input on what they use creatine for.
Creatine because it helps with muscle fatigue and decreases recovery time.
Creatine over other exercise aids because it's probably like the easiest accessible exercise aid, and like I can take it pretty easy right before the workout, and then it works. It'll make you look bigger in a couple weeks, and it increases your energy.
With whatever exercise aid you try to use, Wildcats, just be sure you're safe out there. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Aaron Klein.
There are a lot of staff members here at NEQA. Sadly, some of them won't be returning for the 2017-2018 school year. Vaishnavi looks into one of the retiring teachers.
After 20 memorable years at NEQA, Ms. Wilkins, a guidance counselor for the class of 2020, will be retiring.
I love working with the students. I have fantastic relationships with people here on the staff. I have excellent relationships with a lot of my parents. I'm going to miss it all. There are a lot of memories that can come to mind. I mean, it goes from the kind of crazy fantastic to the very meaningful. I remember when one of the most spectacular homecomings was when we had a plane fly over, and then we had some parachutists that would jump out, land on the 50-yard line, and then we had horses that we arranged to come here to NEQA. I mean, just incredible things like that. To 9/11, and we had a very solemn ceremony out in front of the school, and what was not lost on all of us was that the number of people out there also represented almost the number of people that were lost in 9/11. It's something that was that'll forever be ingrained in my mind.
Over the years, Ms. Wilkins has helped many students navigate their way through high school.
Ms. Wilkins helped me find out my 4-year plan, and she just helped me pick a lot of my courses for next year. And just without her, I wouldn't know where I'm going. So thank you, and have a good retirement, Ms. Wilkins.
She's done so many amazing things and helped me pick my classes and helped me navigate, meet so many new friends, and become a better person. So I'm going to miss you a lot, and I hope you enjoy your retirement.
Have a great retirement, Ms. Wilkins. We wish you the best, and we'll miss you here at NEQA. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Vaishnavi Kalyan.
There's another class of Hall of Fame inductees. Eden checks out the new Hall of Famers.
Last Friday night, NEQA inducted their second class into the Athletic Hall of Fame. This year's class inducted the 2003 state champs boys soccer team, state champ swimmer Melissa Merrick, former principal Dr. Riquette, and state and national champ cross-country runner Chris Derrick. For these Hall of Famers, it is very meaningful to them to be inducted.
It means a lot. Very honored. Really actually didn't even know that NEQA had a Hall of Fame, and even more honored to know that we're the second class of inductees, and definitely proud to have my name and the name of my teammates on the wall here, and feel very honored about it.
My mom's gonna kill me for saying this, but it's awesome. It's cool. It's kind of a fun honor. It's awesome to be able to be back here and see my old coaches and just be part of something that I was proud to be a part of, I guess.
Well, it's very nice. You know, I will love NEQA Valley forever. I feel like it's my baby. I'm very proud to have been part of the history of NEQA Valley, and so this honor is very, very nice.
Being up to the Hall of Fame is pretty cool. I don't know, it makes me a little uncomfortable to come back and have people, you know, shake my hand and stuff, but it's fun to be recognized. I mean, I like being recognized for doing good stuff, I guess. But yeah, it's fun to come back to NEQA, and really it's just great to see my coaches again and talk to them and relive the glory days.
Congratulations to all the new inductees. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Eden Kosova.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.
That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.